It should help you a little bit, but it is nanites roll in over time, and there's no doubt about that. It's one of these things that you can search them out. You can get more by doing more things. Make sure you are, for instance, when you get these, this is the lowest one. So if you refine these residual goop, then they become to viscous fluids. When you refine the viscous fluid, it becomes to something with slime. I don't have any at the moment. But the slimes, they are purple, pinkish purple. Actually, I can be nice and show you. Stop. They become to the slime, and the slime, when refined, become these runaway mold. Runaway mold, yeah, but any refiner will work. But the runaway mold, then I can't do these because it takes 5 to make one. But every 5 of these make one nanite cluster. And when you have them, it's 3 nanites. So I actually seen people throwing these away, and there was one of the first days I was sitting streaming saying, why are you saving those? I always sell them. And I said, well, I don't, because they become nanites. And there was someone had a oh moment, which I'm very glad when I can give that to people. There's another thing. These, if you have these and don't need the coins, they give quite a good lump of coins, but when you have enough coins, you can refine these, and each of these become 50 nanites. So there is possibilities to get more nanites, and it's about knowing these things, using those little things of the game to your benefit. But you can always ask, and I am very happy to try to help out where I can. I actually have on my drawing board some videos about starting up the game, and unfortunately the first batch I made I can't use, so I'll have to redo the videos, but yeah, I can say something went wrong. But I hadn't done much yet, but I'm going to do them with the first survival, and then up to actually the... Is that dead? Why is that dead? Or is it just sleeping? Up to when you actually get to the to summon the abnormally, and when that is done, then you're actually fine to kind of go out on your own. There's a lot of animals on this planet. I must be confused. You're very welcome. I'm always happy to help out when you, especially when you get to questions like that, because it is not very clear what you actually can do and can't do. Which in a way is one of the things I actually really like about the game, that you sometimes have to actually find out things, because if there is 5,000 people standing shouting at you what you should be doing, then yeah, then they are playing your game, not you. Yeah, I spent a good amount of time the first time I went on trying to actually survive, because I had no clue on what I was doing. And then I made a big mistake. I loaded it in sandbox mode because I thought, well, then I can learn to play it. And that actually made it worse, because I kind of had to unlearn everything I learned there, because there you just get everything you want, and you don't have to actually search for it, find it or anything. It's just there, and that was not helpful. But as I learned to survive the first bit of start of a game, it actually, well, with time it becomes easier and easier. Yeah, I mean, it was just, it gave you everything, so you didn't even have to find out anything. It was just there, and you just needed resources to produce it. And I thought, oh, this is a very easy game. No, it wasn't. It was just that mode which yeah, gave you all opportunities to do everything you wanted without actually have to work for anything. And it was not even funny, because I was sitting there, now I have 100 million coins. I must be very good. Then I realized, well, it was probably because I didn't have to work to get anything. It was just there. And then I changed to a proper playing mode, and I have never looked back since. It is much more interesting playing on a normal level than it is not having a clue that you actually have to work for things. If you notice, I'm suddenly started picking up plans as well. I did a little bit about, well, I started today as a cooking show. So if you want to see something about food making, then you will have to watch the first 20 minutes of the video. I might actually cut it out and put it up as a video on its own. Because that's one thing very few people actually realize is an option. Another place to get nanites, by the way, is always search out buildings on the planet you are on, because they very often hold at least something which gives nanites. See, I saw there was shades from birds. So I realized there must be birds in the air. And that was brilliant. I need so many of these because I need to make fuel for my frigates on the freighter. That has become a must. So that's why I am farming all of them. That's fair enough. Yeah, I'm considering whether I'm streaming tomorrow evening, but I don't know yet, because I have the opportunity to do it, but otherwise I will be on Saturday evening at normal time, and it will be all No Man's Sky on Saturday. There will not be any game talk, as I will not actually have the option to prepare anything, and I kind of sense no one actually want to listen to that anyway. I'm being realistic. Otherwise we can turn it around. Well, we can always turn it around and say we can talk about things like that on stream while we're playing, because I can always in the start give some examples if needed on different things. But thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I might not kill it off totally then. See you. Sleep well. I think it's well deserved after your day. So again, we're a little bit in the same situation. I don't really need indium, but I'm here anyway, so why not pick it up? And this is actually a relatively safe, weather-like planet. It's actually a quite nice planet. Which is so nice after the galaxy of hell we were through, where everything from animals to environment try to kill you constantly. That's always a... Oh fuck, is that a Velociraptor? I don't think it is. But it is a hunting animal, so we might actually be in for a hunt. Or the hunted. So because of the food, I know that the wheat creates flour, and flour is very useful with the cooking, so I actually pick some of them up so we get that. I actually want to make some cakes, but I need a couple of things to do that. What are these animals actually giving? Fresh milk. We could see if we can get some milk. Have to take this first. So I have no intention of being evil to the animals or anything. I just wanna be friends. So first you feed them, then you can collect milk. It is a, how can you say it? It's a little bit of a tedious method of doing it, but I do it merely for the experience right now. And then eventually we will do it differently. For some reason I couldn't. So there's more indium. There is more of them as well. I do not like those hazardous plants. some of them has given me a little bit of grief in the past. Let's say that. And they always have a tendency to be a place where I don't notice them, and then suddenly they hit me or something, and I'm almost having brown trousers alerts. Which is not very nice. I would say it's okay that games are surprisingly and hey, don't run. Don't run. I just want to talk to you. Oh, you got berries. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's those. Yeah. Well, I was trying to get milk, and then that was the wrong one for that. Yeah, that's fine. I do not know whether that is useful or not. I haven't really found any use for the leopard fruit. But even though I'm experimenting with cooking, and I'm not making a cooking show out of the stream or anything, but I think it could be interesting to try to do a little bit and kind of give a little bit of inspiration for people to pick that up, continue with it, having a little bit of fun, finding some recipes which actually can give you some money as well. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting things which helps you in the game, make it fun sometimes. I know that's a very naughty word to use, but just saying. So, what's next? How far is the ship? Oh God! I've been waddling around this planet and gotten quite far away from the ship. So. I was going to say that's quite normal. If the planet is safe, I actually tend to get quite a bit away from it. From the ship, that is. But let's go to space and see what else is interesting in this system. It's a system with no space station, so I hope we don't run into any sorts of problems, at least some we can't deal with. Nothing like this. They are sitting online here. Oh. activated in I tend to always take the activated I know I probably have a lot in stock, but it never hurts. Which also gives me an opportunity to pour some more coffee. That's not a bad thing. Feel free, if you're sitting watching and have some questions about the game, feel free to use the chat. I will try to answer any questions you come with if I can. Otherwise, I will tell you if I don't know that what you're asking, because I'm not trying to bullshit anyone and say, go left. I'm trying to be honest about what I know and I don't know. I don't know everything about the game. And I'm not even trying to, because for me it's also actually discovering as you go. I have learned a lot of the basic game. I normally can get through the start area without dying. So, start area, sounds like another game, but the first steps into space, at least, and I know a trick or a tip or two for certain other things as well. So feel free to ask or comment for that matter. It probably won't help if you say I'm doing things wrong, because I know I am probably doing, in some's opinions, doing something wrong. But as it's a game where you can play exactly like you want to, there is no right or wrong. There's easy or hard, as I see it. Certain things are easy if you do it one way, and very hard if you do it another way. But it's still doable the hard way. This is quite electric here. Why is that? It's an acidic, so it's probably very poisonous. But I do have the temptation sometimes to actually get a few storm crystals when I can, because they accumulate. If you get a few here and a few there, you actually end up with these numbers. Do you need them? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. You tell me. So, I better charge the right thing today. The other day I didn't, and I kind of ended up with empty because I kept recharging the wrong one. So, scanning and getting some coins, in the end nanites as well. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. It's it's really nice to see people actually like to watch me being out here in the galaxy, far, far away. It must be far, far away. I still haven't found any Jedis or Klingons, but well, kind of Klingons we have found, because the Viking is very Klingon-like. But that could be a discussion for another day. What actually the different races is like. How long can I stay alive? 3 minutes. Can I get there in 3 minutes and back? I should be able to, but don't fall down in holes. Then it takes more than 3 minutes. So this planet has an extreme environment. So even when the weather is nice, it's not nice. And that's one thing you should always bear in mind. No, it won't kill you as long as you make sure you take precautions, but well, if you don't take precautions, then it eventually will kill you. Just saying. That's the same for all planets which has some specific type of hostile environment. If you don't do anything, it will kill you. But of course you do something to protect yourself, to make sure that you stay along as long as possible. So I need to make sure that my protection is up as much as it can, and my life support is 100%, then I won't die. And I'm being a little bit cautious and just call my plane and make sure I stay there as long as possible. So a little bit more food stuff, maybe. It's not everything I've found out what you can actually use for, but we will. We surely will. We are moving towards a higher level of knowledge, and it might not come in 1 day or 1 week, or maybe not even 1 month, but we will get. It's very nice. They are up over at mountaintop. So I'm going to do something I normally don't do, but this is a hostile planet, so it's I always try to do safety first. As I talked about earlier today, for me, if I die, it's a failure. I don't like that. But of course I die like everyone else. Sometimes you do something which is unfortunate, stupid, unlucky, whatever the reason is. But I mean, I managed to die in this game by getting stuck in a trade station on a planet with my starship. And as we talked about when it happened, how could that even happen? But beats me, I did it. So yeah, things happen. And that's the fun with it sometimes. I do get some. I was going to say it doesn't seem like there is any. This is a non-pure resource deposit, so you don't always know how much you actually get out of it. It can be very low, but this one actually seemed like it was okay. But as soon as it's mixed with dirt, in the coloring you see on the surface, then you don't actually know how much you get out of it. Not even sure whether there's more or not. It doesn't seem like it. And these I need many. The most annoying with these are they don't come in big resource pools. You have to go and mine them individually like this, and I know there is methods to maybe get more, but not always sure that's the right route to take. So let's get some corn. Wheat, not corn. That's the funny thing, corn means different things in different languages, even though it's the same word. So, toxic rainstorm approaching, that's fine. I'm done for what I came here for. Get a little bit of activated iridium. I'm happy to go back to space. So I do farm a little bit much at the moment in asteroid belts as well. The reason is I need dihydrogen and tritium to make fuel for the frigates so I can send them out. I ran almost out Tuesday. So there's a pirate coming. I'm not going to chase him. If he wants me, he will come. Not much of a reward though, but
hostile scan detected.
come on. Yeah, I have valuable cargo.
Hostile ships approaching.
Tells me one is coming, and then they come out of subspace or wherever they come from, and there's three. it's just fine. I'm built with more than that, but information is not always
Starships deleted.
the best. And what did I get out of that? Nothing, it looks like. Well, that's what's happened when you go to systems with no space stations. Because there's no authority, and even though that's not true, because the freaking Sentinels is watching everything as well. Oh, not much here which is useful, so onwards, and now we need to find something with proper space stations and systems. And my hyperdrive has no fuel. What the? It's almost true. Almost.
Technology recharge.
So. Without fuel we don't go far. Industrial. Actually be a good place to go and see what they deal with there. Maybe we can get some missions. Might have a... No, we don't. I was thinking that we might have a freighter battle, but I don't think we did that many jobs, so we are going. I always take a trip around the station. I always say it's very important to go to this place first, and when you have space in your exosuit, you can buy a slot for it here. I can't because mine is filled out, but that one, and go from there. I was looking for... what was I looking for? So B multi-tool. Well, I was looking for multi-tool stuff because I realized there was some of them I had which was not S1, so it didn't have any S1, so that gives itself. This is a gig station, so there is no nanite extractors. Normally talk to the bartender and see what he's doing. So, do I put the slug in my nose, in my ear, in my mouth, or leave? He said something with nose and ear, so I put it in my ear. put a slug in my ear and now I understand the word. Okay. I will say the other people in this room I don't want to talk to because one is an overseer and the other one is an exocraft engineer, and that's not really what I need. Looking at what they have to sell. Wiring looms are very expensive, so that's not going to happen. Then let's look at what we can sell. This is the exosuit. I don't think I have anything to sell, but I sometimes forget to actually look, so no, that's for hoarding. -8. Whoa, the dirt is 84%, so now I should have had 9,000 of them. Oh dear, no, I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. They are good on those things. That one is almost level, so I sell that as well. Well, that's not bad. That was not bad at all. So let's see what's behind door number 2. That might actually be interesting or not. Let me, at least there's a little bit you can nick. I mean, we're going into someone's locked room and lifting a couple of items. Where I come from, we would say I'm borrowing it, but I think it's borrowed on extended time then. There wasn't much there, but every little helps. So the other side is now the more interesting one, to be honest, as we do more missions and stuff. However, I encourage, if anyone has any questions about things, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer. If you're stuck in the game with something, let me know. I do talk to some of the guys around because I do want to build my vocabulary out, because the more I understand, I might have gotten more out of sticking the slug in my nose instead of my ear, who knows. There is a travel over there. You need them if you are getting glyphs the old-fashioned way. You don't have to. If you run the Atlas part, then you get them pretty much automatically. But what you don't get with the Atlas part is each of those travelers, when you find their graves, they also give you is it called a memory fragment, which you consume and get something which helps you on your travels. It can be upgrades to your different things, for instance. So when I practice language skills, each of the races has their own preferences. The Viking is aggression, so it has to be something which is a little bit aggressive, but as mine went with him was a little bit too much aggression, so he punched me, and that's how it goes. The gigs are trade, and everything trade related might give you some good stuff, some standing, and the Kovacs is technology, so everything technology based is giving you things with them, and that's the three important things. But sometimes you don't get any of the words which associate with what you think it does, and it can go wrong. But that's just how it is. So exosuit expansion unit, that gives you a free slot in your exosuit. I can't use that because mine is full. Hot eyes give quite a good value in coins. I'm going to take it because I actually don't have to do it. I have it on me. Paraffinium, I always struggle finding that, and I don't know where holographic analyzer actually is. Storage augmentation is the storage slot for your starship. That is a must, for me at least, so I'm going to take that as well. So I have 2 missions, and now I'm going to cheat a little bit, because that one, come on, tell me where to hand it in. I have to deliver it on some planet, so on a trade station. These guys, when you come up in the standing with the 3 guilds, you talk to them and they give you gifts. I think you can also get special missions sometimes, but I haven't really gotten any. But I get a lot of gifts, and well, warp hypercore, that's always good, as I used one of those I had. The last one is the map, the chart seller. I don't need him right now, but it happens from time to time. I always go to the teleporter to just get a... there's another traveler. There's 2 travelers on this planet. Just bear in mind, you can only take 1 at a time, so if you want to find the grave, you talk to one, get the coordinates for the grave, go take the grave, go back and talk to the other. If you take both at the same time, then you won't get more than 1. Did the internet just click? That looked very weird. Looked like I lost connection for a short moment, but it continues counting, so it shouldn't. I always look at the ships, because if I find S ships, I will put on coordinates on the screen so everyone can actually go and chase them out. Of course, if it's something I'm interested in, I would get it immediately, but putting on the coordinates would still help, as they will come back, the same type of ship. So, come on, tell me where to hand in that uranium. Yeah. Tell me where.
Alert. Navigational data received.
The secure depot is always on a planetary trade station, so maybe I should look where it's sitting there. Can I? And it doesn't matter that the planet has sentinels or not, because the trade station is actually relatively safe. There's other buildings. And that's one temptation I might have to leave. It's another toxic planet. There's some free boxes. Let's see what's in them. Well, they gave me iron batteries, and I am actually started using them in my protection to not exhaust my resources so much. So it's actually good, and they are quite cheap to make as well. They take cobalt, so when I come across cobalt deposits, I actually started taking them, even though I always argued that the cobalt is everywhere. So let's don't don't shoot anyone. Again, the trade network is connected, so the prices is in the same range. What was low on the space station is the same on the planets. Each system is linked in those boxes up here, so I do like to look at boxes. It is free, and if it is free, then let's get it, take it. Beholder. It's a while since I saw it is lost. So I didn't come here actually to explore the planet, but it would be silly not to scan animals that is just around, because it's all coins, and that I think is nice, just to get some at least. But it's not only coins, it's also nanites, because when I upload all my finding, I get a little bit of nanites. Not only much, but some. So even though I don't fully explore a planet, then I get what I can. Because again, from the device, every little helps. It's actually a good thing. So, I don't want his ship. The worst part is when you see a ship and then it flies off. There's a little trick to that. If that should happen to you and you actually see a ship you would like and it flies off, reload your latest save, because the latest save should be when you actually left your ship at this station or this place. And then go directly and wait for it to come. It should come. So I think that's it for here. I got the boxes around. I sent the uranium. I need to kill some animals now. I don't think I will do that on this planet because there is sentinels, and if I start shooting they might interfere. And that is thought I saw some buildings, but I might not be there. So it's shelters, so they are relatively safe to go to as well. Not much in that. Do some more scanning as well. There's a sentinel coming saying, what are you doing? They are only listed as frequent, so that means they are not, hopefully not overly aggressive. That animal is aggressive. Where is it? There. Oh dear. That was not what I wanted to happen. So as I said, when there is sentinels and you start shooting something, you might actually get into the situation where the sentinels attack you. You can decide whether you want to fight them or not. I honestly don't want to if I don't have to. So I sometimes have to, so that means I will. And I can. But we're on a planet with high sentinel level. They're gonna come with the full stock at you, which means there will be quads, there will probably be mechs as well, and I mean, that's not really what I want to be fighting right now. If there is a purpose to me doing it, yeah, that's another matter. So I'm just going to mark this as found and take the boxes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Then I am kind of done on this planet. So I can decide, I can go up and hand in on the space station, but I think I want to do the animals as well. The thing is, I'd rather do that on a non-sentinel planet, so I don't have that interference. So let's see what planet else is in the system. There's one there. There's actually one up there, which I will take first. If I could get a lock on it. So, terraforming catastrophe. That might not be the best option, but let's see, that one looks very early. Bird-like. Irradiated. Might be a better option than it would be radioactive, but it should be kind of okay. So I will need to be filled up with that, I believe. Otherwise, it's not. It's never wasted. So there's a lot of water here. I believe it was. Some land that way, but I'm actually going to try to see if I can find an abandoned building. Yep, I could. That is brilliant, except it sends me to another planet. Okay. This might have been a misfavor I have done myself, but of course, what is this planet? Okay, it's the terraforming. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And I thought that would never be a planet I would find an abandoned building on. However, of course, terraforming means someone has been there. Or you will assume so. So, that might not be so stupid as I actually thought it was. I kind of should think about what I'm actually dealing with, and of course terraforming means someone should have been there, unless it's done by Atlas or God, whoever was in charge. Believe me, I'm not questioning who created the world, because I wasn't there, so I don't know. So if there's any new viewers who doesn't know how to take Whispering Eggs the safe way, then I will just show that. just getting a little bit first. So in the start game, these can actually provide quite a bit of coinage. However, they are not safe to take. I will show that in a sec. Why not? Well, if you know, then it's fine, but if you don't know, then I will demonstrate why they are a little bit tricky. Because these whispering eggs, they contain a lava core, which when you blow the whispering eggs, you release these animals. I call them horrors. They are called something else, something with horror, and they can and will kill you if you're not careful. They are not the easiest one to fight straight on, so this is the safe way. Make a hole, go down in it, make sure it goes downhill, and then pick up there will be 3, 4, or 5 eggs sitting like that, and then you repeat it as you walk around the building and pick them up. There would be a number of clusters where you can do the same. You just repeat what I just did. However, I'm not here for the eggs, I'm here for the animals, because I have to kill a number of animals. And I honestly don't like just killing animals on planets. I've done it sometimes, but these are absolutely horrible creatures. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And every time I get a couple of eggs out of it as well. Not that I only need coins, but I would say coins are always nice. So if they disappear before, they will at some point go back underground, and you can wait them out in your hole. And you can practice by standing shooting those who pass the hole. As I said, they are quite bad to fight on the ground. And even though they live underground or whatever they do not dig down after you. So that's one way of actually dealing with them, and so the swarm is subsiding. That means they go back underground. There's still one, but sure, I could deal with that face on. So that's the safe way of actually doing these animals. Did I actually do this? Yeah. So I'm going to show it from time to time, but if there is questions, comments about it, feel free. I'm very happy demonstrating again, demonstrating things, so just ask. So now we can hand in the missions and get our rewards. I always said that missions you shouldn't do them too early, but actually I have to revise that advice a little bit because it really depends, and I would say that if you are confident that you can do the mission, some of them is quite simple, then it would benefit you to get standings as early as possible. So in that manner, I would say go for it, but don't do the difficult ones, because I would say you can get overmatched. I mean, collect something, you should be able to do that. Repair damage item, I don't know if you can do that because it depends on what is needed for that, and I don't know. If you click on it, it actually don't say shit about what it is, so I wouldn't know, to be honest. Raid a planetary harvester, it is something which will involve a lot of sentinels. I would not go down that route. But something like kill 2 predators, yeah. The problem is to find them, but again, it's not difficult, it's more time consuming, but collect things, hunt pirates, yeah, it's actually, Walker Brain is quite a good reward, and actually I think I will do that. So that means I go back to space and it will direct me towards a hauler. That's not a bad one. But I have told myself I will not be tempted of anything other than S-ships, so I have a number of ships, and it really have to be special before I upgrade to any of them. So locate the bounty target. So out to space. Is it in this system? I don't know. Might not be. Well, it actually is. So he's there. I go head on because could wait until he come to you, but I have a feeling. They very often hide out in derelict freighters for some reason. I have no idea how strong these are. So, if you want to hunt pirates, it can be tricky. One mission I literally had to kill 15 of them, so you just have to take care of yourself. Remember to keybind your repair button from your menu, so you quicker can do it. Mine is not overly quick, or I'm a little bit slow sometimes. So that's more, I had a feeling. It's never easy, never. It's not hard either, but it would help if you can hit them. That makes it a little bit easier. For some reason I kept missing. It's actually kind of rare I do, but well. So, is there another wave? Yeah. So as I said, sometimes it's a lot you have to fight with, and it's not straightforward. So just know your own limitations when you take missions, if you do it early. Make sure you know how to keep your shield up, how to refuel it quickly. So back to the space station and head in. That was actually quite okay. To the other side here. So before I end in, I'm going to take a very short run to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and stay put. Okay, good. I didn't even see or hear you. Yeah, we're going in here again. Good girl. So, back again. Sorry for that. It's funny when you're trying to do something fast, then when you have pets, they have a tendency to stand in front of you, blocking the path, and looking at you like, where are you going? Why are you in a hurry? So, getting a walker brain. I don't need it right now, but I do like to have them in stock if I should need them. So it's a little bit, as I said several times before, I am a hoarder, and I do hoard a lot of things which I might need at some point. I got a slot for my ship, and I will actually put that on. Just want to see what this one is. Okay. A lot of ships around here, which is B ships, but that's not enough to tempt us. So, starship outfitting, upgrade starship, apply augmentation. So the last one, I have plenty up here, so I just put cargo storage in for now. It's actually fine. The only thing is I got a couple of these. I just wanna unpack them. What is the Starship Shield? Is that in any way better than anything I have? I don't think it is, because the ones I have is up as higher numbers, yeah. So that goes to the sales department. What else did we have here? Nothing, which is for now. I do not always remember to look at them when I get them, so I have a lot of weird things here which should be cleaned up a little bit, but it's almost like I'm collecting these at the moment. So I put it on the Starship because then I know it can be sold without any issues. Things I sell and there's things I don't sell, so that one goes there immediately. But I do have space, so it's okay. Be sold as well. Some of them is handy to have, but you don't need to have 50 of them, so if you're looking for a hauler, this might be a good place to look for it. The system is called unedited. I'm not putting the coordinates in because that would not be necessary. I doubt anyone would go for A or B or C ships. So any other planets here which was interesting? I don't think so. I think I got to look at them all. And I came to some surprising ones. Never landed on that, but that's kind of not necessary. Okay, and then there was that one up there in the rings we didn't look at. Salvageable scrap is of course good if you're trying to make coins, because that gives stuff. But yeah, it's not something I chase unless I am really looking for coin making. So we're still going towards the core slowly. Commercial. What else do we have on the list? High voltage. What does that mean? High voltage economy. High tech. I don't know, high tech sounds good. So high tech in a system which has 2 planets. That's I will kind of atypical look at the planets. So where's the other one? There. Looks cold. Ah. So there's 2 planets here with no sentinels on. That's kind of a positive. Why is this base? What? Why does it say to me I can't use the impulse drive? Because okay. I know time is relative, according to some scientists. However, that was more relative than I actually thought it would be. It was more relative than I thought it would be. Okay. Usual tour around is a gig station, so there's not much extras to get. Always remember, go here first. Oh, there was one. It is not always there is a navigational data there, but sometimes there is a B multi-tool. Looks nice. Take a look because I'm looking for something. Pulse splitter. That's not what I want. I have something to sell. I'm actually going to save that to put on one of the other ships I have. So you could probably argue that well, you should keep and all that, or save or sell. But I can always sell it later. It doesn't matter if I don't get as many nanites out of it. To be honest, I could try to steal stuff, but I kind of found out that with being friendly and helpful is actually gaining me more than the opposite. So yeah. Very expensive wiring looms, huh? So that omelette is going to be sold. That is annoying me a little bit. So ship, Kegnip, close to 0, so that is minus, that is minus. That is just something I want to get rid of. So, door number 2. You never know what's behind these. So, it's a hydroponic bay. However, sometimes there's rocks in these, and they give a little bit of points when you scan them. You could take the carbon, but I can't be bothered doing that. So instead I scanned for 200,000 plus coins. It's fully worth it. Very little effort and good outcome. I like that. I really like that. So, put the data, that's unedited. So, what ships are here? A bee hauler, mine. A sea shuttle, not really anything to write home about. I'm going to not talk to him. Talk to him. Was not really the best of wordings there was there, so it's a trade symbol which is good for the gig. Especially when you try to talk to them, the more units, technology, units. It gave me a little bit of coins. I'm still curious what this is. I still have no indications of if it is anything. If anyone knows, please let me know. So, this is not really useful in any ways. Well, that's just how it is. I accept all gifts. Well, a little bit of nanites, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely. Not any form of issues getting a little bit here and there. That's I'm very happy with. And I just ended up in the engine of a shuttle. It was only a sea shuttle. Am I not better than to be done by that? It's shuttle time, yeah. So I could visit these planets and start kind of looking them out, but I rather want to continue until there's better missions, better stuff we can trade and stuff like that. Experimental, stable, Viking. Viking gives more than at least. Scientific. High. That's not the one which is recommended. Or processing. Well, let's take the job there. So if you wonder why I'm looking at the economy, is just to try to get a picture of what they actually have.
Hostile ships approaching.
So, my usual issue, don't hit the freighter. Because then I get the authorities on me and I don't get a reward. I don't mind helping them, but I do mind not getting any reward. Just saying, don't fly into anything either. I'm a little bit more cautious than I normally would be because of this freighters. I really don't want to have the authorities after me. That means Sentinel destroyers, by the way. Up there. And it's on the other side of it. Yeah. Let's see if I can get in without getting hurt, because I haven't repaired my shield. It is redoing itself now. Where is it? Oh. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's not there. I was just going to say it's normally on top. So you didn't say it was door number 2 I needed. Jesus. You could have told me that it was door number 2. So what is this? It's a B freighter. It's not a bad one. But as I say with everything else, I'm only tempted if it's an S1. So I will go and claim my reward and say thank you. The good thing is always you get a storage for your own freighter. There it is, a cargo bulkhead. So that is always part of the reward. So you kind of build up your own ship while you save these ones with not too much effort. So that's kind of good. I'm very happy with that. Every little helps, as I said so often. Oh, it's annoying. I sound like I have smoked 40 cigarettes, which I have not. Not even close. So, take the normal tour around. This is Viking, so there is nanites on both sides, which is good. I don't have to tell anyone to look at the proper things anymore. I don't need him. I need the next one. The weapon. I have still not run into a S1 at a station, so that is very few multi-tool S things we find around. And why is my phone flashing like that? It was like it wanted me to talk to it. I normally don't use that feature. I must have said a specific word which woke it up. I'm not even aware of which one that would have been. So I actually have a quest which told me to, a mission which told me to I'm getting weird emails. I have a mission to buy this, but now I don't know how much I need to buy.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received.
Well, if it's not enough, then I can go back and buy more. That's kind of how it works, isn't it? And what did the bartender say? Hello. Okay, don't pull weapons on that. I have bad experience with that one. It always seems to lose me as standing. And you know what? I don't give a flying fuck. Now I go and nick their stuff in their storage depot. And to be honest, I will get that back quickly. It doesn't overly bother me. Who stores empty boxes? That's I think that's against the Universal Galaxy rules. I'm astonished that that's even a thing, empty boxes. I will say I don't have to pick these up all the time, but I do it. Hope to get some nanites. Not that I need that either, but I'm not only a hoarder, I'm also greedy, so that's kind of complying to each other. So going into the back room here, there is a nanite machine. There's nothing on the wall, no. So nothing really. Nothing really. So what do I need? I need to go and yeah. Target outside out there. So I cannot see if it's any of the systems I've visited before. So I would actually have to go and look at the galaxy map and see where it's sending me. That could be interesting. Okay, that is relatively close, so I had a bit of a fear that I would have to go back to the place where I got the mission, which I can't remember where it was.
Navigational data received.
It's not like I make comment. Yeah, okay, it's to a trade station on a planet. Fine. That is absolutely fine. So I'm going to do the space station first, and I will go and oh, don't stop, go. And then I will go handing that in. I can't remember what system this was, but I'll find out. The indicator is what's sitting in the different boots, so spiking, not too bad. I don't mind that because that means there's double nanites. It's a C weapon, multi-tool. Going to have a look at his so I actually have one of these now, so maybe I should just get that and install it. It will be up here somewhere. There. There. probably need to rearrange this a little bit. So I get them in a block of 4 when that is. Why is he waving at me? Oh, it's those I bought on the other planet. Oh wait, I have to hand some in first, so I'm not selling until I've done that. It is very stupid to sell something which you need to hand in. Just saying. So, one down, one up. That's how it very often goes. So this is another hydroponic bay type. Is there any rocks I can scan? Not certain I can get a lock on them, but we have to walk a little bit around to try to catch them. But if you do, I'll give you a little bit of coins. Oh, that's fine. I'm not greedy, not much at least. Fighters. Well, yeah, I know, but I want the space station first, okay? There's another traveler. It's weird. When I was traveling around to try to find the travelers, I couldn't find any, hardly any. And now, when I have all the glyphs, they are everywhere. So, as we say in Britain, that's Sod's law, or other places call it Murphy's law, but it's the same thing. So whatever you need won't be there until you don't need it. So, okay. I'm not going to talk to the travelers because that won't really bring me anything really. Collect 1 lubricant. There's nothing really useful here. Okay. I must admit, I'm not just going to do missions to do missions. I do it for the rewards. And if the rewards is not really useful, I'm not going to waste my time in this system. I would rather go to somewhere else and hope it's better. Might be right, it might be wrong. I don't know. That's the whole thing with the game. You don't always know. Oh shit. Not all words are helpful or useful, but that's how it is. So where do we go? We go. Where is it? Over there. But not the moon. So we just need the trade station. We don't really need to engage with sentinels or anything else. So it is. Why are we not moving? So with that turn green, just press E and I was going to say unless you have too much speed on, and I actually thought I was on the limit there, so I probably should have slowed down a little bit, but well, done is done. AB Explorer, AB Explorer. Yeah, that's not the one I'm looking at. Sea fighter, okay. Still up, sorry. Okay. Let's hand in the merchandise, so that's done with. At least that's a good place to start. I had this mission required. Don't shoot the trade station, you morbid. Yeah. And I can go back and hand it in and get a reward. I can't even remember what the reward was, so that's going to be a surprise. So I'm going to that building over there. Because that looks like an observatory, so that might actually be holding something interesting. Or not. And I'm aware that it's actually a sentinel infested planet, so no, I have to be a little bit careful what I do, but so unwavering, then that I take as they will react immediately if I start shooting at something or mining something, so I have to be relatively careful. But I'm going to pick up everything I can and see what the result actually is. This is normally not something which triggers them. Even though I will say that picking up resources, it is not normally they attack, but I have encountered attacks from their side when I did so. Always bear in mind that shit can suddenly hit the fan. Some of the animals on this planet give good coins to skin. Well, all things on this planet give good coins to skin. Well, I'm not complaining about getting coins, but I wonder why it is like that. I know it's influence of the rarity of what you scan, but everything can't be rare on the planet, can it? At least I wouldn't think so. So sometimes there's someone in them and sometimes there's not. So what does this present us with? Oh dear. Oh dear. It gotta be that one. That's the only place where 8 is not. So what do we find? A signal. It did talk about he went to somewhere. Okay, let's explore the station first. There was a door out. Oh, hydroponics. If I could scan the rocks on a planet, it doesn't seem like they are going to grab them. But there is nanites. That is at least useful. Remembrance required, so I don't have that. Won't get that until I run through the full atlas part. I do not know when I will do that. So then let's go and see what that building it shows to actually is. I have a feeling it might be a monolith, but or something like that, or something which is scanned. Was in the normal range, so. It's on an entirely other planet than that one. temperate planet. That could be nice. I don't know if it is. Oh shit. Yeah. I just landed down in a hole. Oh, almost in a hole. So there is no sentinels. But there's a lot of animals. A lot of water on it. It could be a nice place, but I have a feeling there's some storms coming, which is not very nice. Sorry if I'm a little bit negative about that, but I have actually seen that kind of things a little bit too often to actually fall into the trap and think, oh, this is nice, and then you find out, yeah, it's not. But I would say temperate planet is very close to what we know as Earth, so actually 34 degrees, which is not half bad. Well, stone is kind of useful because building your vocabulary and getting several words next to each other is not a bad thing. So what do we then encounter here? No. Then let's go and find the historical. Maybe some sort of a treasure though. That is kind of a good thing. Oh, hooray. I didn't end up further down the hole. I have done that before where actually my ship got stuck, so I had to dig it out with my terrain manipulator to actually be able to get out. Good or bad, that's always a discussion. So we will do some digging. Suddenly realized I had dog hair all over my face. Another pleasure by having pets. especially in this time of year when they start shedding. So let's find out what is actually here. Is it something valuable? We never know until we find it. It would be a little bit boring if you knew in advance about what it would be, because then you might not want to do this if you get hardly anything out of it. So this was down in the bedrock as well, but we were close enough to actually being able to take it. So we need the big one. There. And that is interesting to see, as always, what comes out of it. It's almost like Christmas. Yeah, I would like you showed me, because if you don't, germinated iron grass cuttings. It doesn't sound like something overly interesting. 1.4 million. That's actually not too bad. So there's a little bit of scanning that can be done. I have a feeling that there might be animals in the water, as there's a lot of water. Might even be underground here, but I'm actually not going to investigate that today. I'm actually thinking going back to the space station, hand in, and then return to the freighter and see if we can create some fuel, send out some freighters, and then wrap up for today. I think that will be the plan for now. And then we can then decide whether we want to come back here and continue exploring the planet, or see further on for missions next time. I'm considering streaming tomorrow night, but I don't know yet if I am, because I have some engagements Saturday morning, and if I stream too late, then I'll get trouble getting up. But if Saturday should be changed, then I will stream tomorrow. But Make sure you have notifications on so you can see when I actually come online. That's the best thing to do. But otherwise, I will be streaming scheduled Saturday, Sunday as it is set up. I might set up in the next stream comments if I'm streaming tomorrow. That's probably the best way of doing it, but problem is when you don't really know. It was storage for the ship. That was brilliant. That was a good one. No, what is that cute little ship? It's a little fighter. Oh. That was... Oh. If that is high on maneuverability, then it would be a really good ship. So I'm going to put some augmentation on this. I'm actually going to put it up here because the two others I put down in cargo. So it's just to spread it out a little bit. Okay, that's a shuttle, that's A and a C shuttle. So C shuttle. It's called a C shuttle. No. Yeah. So we're going to teleport. No, we're going down again. We're going to teleport to the freighter and see what we can get out of that. And then, if everything fails, then it's cleanup time. But we should get some fuel. Not too bad. So let's go down and see what missions we can actually send off. Well, of course, first put the storage on. That I do like to do immediately so I don't forget it. So voyage of discovery, exploration, explore. 5 stars, 700 tons. Combat. So if you notice the ships which are actually being used actually gain experience. There's industrial. Do I only have 4? No, there. I thought I had 5, so. So how much fuel do we have left? 5,000, then we can send another one off. That was not what I wanted to do. So that has to be a balanced. That is of course going to be a little bit tricky because we don't have any of them we really need. So that one has good numbers. It still give 5 stars, so fuel required 50 tons. I'll take that. So we have 4 which will be back by tomorrow, so if we come on tomorrow that should be fine. If not, then they will of course be here Saturday. So we reached the point where I start to clean up. Those go to the sales department. Those goes to freighter. Starship. Freighter. That I normally have on this. Starship. Freighter. That was something I actually made. So freighter. I tend to keep copper and cobalt. It is normal, yeah. Just in case I need it. Let's go to the Starship. So this one I believe is cleaned up. Need to move some of it around, but that's not in a hurry. Freighter, the gold as well. That is all fine. Freighter, then we need to clean that up and put it the right places. So I have some walker brains, but I know sometimes I have to repair things which need it, and that is the tricky part if you don't have it. To leave that for now. So I need to decide whether I sell them or make nanites out of them. I don't have to do any of them, that's the problem. Well, I'll need to take those decisions at some point at least. the food stuff I have to do differently, so these hot ice is quite good value. Gold. There we are. Then I need to do some refining, but I will do that off stream. So I will say thank you for watching, and as said, if you have notifications on, then you will be notified if I stream outside schedule. I might not, but otherwise I will be back Saturday at 8 o'clock. Start a little bit before that. Again, the notification will give you a warning if I'm online. Otherwise, be here at 8 o'clock. I normally come on 10 minutes to 8. So, but from 8 the interesting thing starts. And Saturday at least is a given. The scheduled ones I don't skip. So until then, I will bid you a good night or good day if you are not at night time yet. Here in the UK it has passed 1 o'clock at night, 0100 hours GMT. So it is about to become bedtime for me, and I will say again thank you for watching, and see you next time. May all your best wishes be with you, and everyone be watching over you. Bye for now.